What's up, guys, and welcome back to Friday the 13th. And for once, I'm not here with any special guests. I'm just here to test out the new Virtual Cabin 2.0. I really was hoping this would come out soon, because with this, we ended up getting the Virtual Cabin and we got offline bots. So I actually said this when the game came out, that it was a bitch to get into a match, and then there's times when the servers aren't working. So I'm really glad they now have sort of like a single player mode where you could play, like if say the servers are down, you could still play the game. But let's load up the virtual cabin. This is what we're here for. And just forewarned, I have looked up a little bit of a guide to this, because I talked to Gray and he's just like, yeah, I heard it was super, super hard. And I just want to show off all the cool stuff that they did just for this Virtual Cabin 2.0. And it's not like a guide where it's like I know what happens every time. It's just more of a guide that I looked up to figure out how to do the puzzles, how to do this. Because I didn't realize that it was so hard. But this first video, I should have started the timer. Oh, I did. Damn. I'm doing good. What we're going to do is we're just going to walk around. And we're going to try to see what we can find.
Okay, so did you want to do an intro? Hello. Welcome
Hello.
to Virtual Cabin. I'm Chuck Brengart, CEO of Ilphonic, and we are the developers behind Friday the 13th. Okay, so did you want to do an intro?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that.
Hello. Welcome to the Virtual Cabin. I'm Chuck Brengart, CEO of Ilphonic, and we are the developers behind Friday the 13th, the game, which you are currently playing now.
Yes, I am.
Is there anything you want to say to the fans? Sure. I just want to say thanks for playing and supporting the game.
Oh, no problem.
Our fan
I
base has
actually
been
enjoy this
incredible.
game.
This project has exceeded even our wildest dreams, and that's because of all your continued and amazing support. So where are we?
Yeah,
So
that's
this
what I'm
is the
wondering.
Virtual Cabin 2.0 to be exact. The Virtual Cabin was a way for our backers to check out new art assets and discover a few hidden Easter eggs as we were building the game. It was a really engaging way to show a sneak peek at what we were developing. So, why bring it back? A ton of work went into researching the Friday the 13th films for the game, and we wanted to present a fun way to go behind the scenes and learn more about how the movies and the game were made. Consider this as an expanded virtual museum, a space where you can explore the lore of Friday the 13th and take it all in. Who knows?
Okay.
There might even be a few new Easter eggs to discover. If you go digging deep enough.
This is what I was talking
I didn't
about.
mean for that to sound so ominous.
Is that this has a huge secret, and I think Gray already kind of knows it, but he told me to look up a guide and try to get one that didn't ruin it, like sit and ruin the ending. But only thing I know is how to get from point A to point B. But this first one, I just wanted to explore the cabin and see all the stuff. Because I know how they do the puzzles, I just don't know the final end. I don't know where to start. There's a lot of stuff here. You know what? We'll start at the bottom and go up. That makes a lot more sense. Because I was just looking around. So this is actually my first time loading it up. So let's see here what we can learn. The music of the film. Composer Harry Manfredi had scored 9 Friday films, but it was his first score for the original movie that set the tone for the rest of the series. In an interview, Manfredi described how that score took on a life of its own. The music became a character in that film. It was a real minimal. There were really only 2 chords in the score. There was a sameness to that score. There was never any melody. Oh, key, ha, ha, ha. Huh. I didn't know he scored 9 of the 10 movies. It's pretty interesting. Wow, look at these little figurines. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, this is not going to be as impactful as when I'm playing Friday the 13th with like a friend or us going on and doing the actual story. This is just more of me exploring. Looky, it's Star Wars. What's bad, me and Gray just got done recording the videos for Fortnite, and we literally have one that's going to be titled after a Star Wars film, or at least if I can remember, um, to write a cool title. But it says Starlicon: A New Beginning, Third Edition. Jeff Bennett played the lovable nerd writer Eddie McCarley, who runs a sci-fi premise by Tina. 30,000 years into the future, the entire galaxy is populated by a highly evolved Prozodi. Prozo? Only one human being and his woman still exist among the stars. So this is this what the joke is? Is that I have no clue. I have no clue what they're making a reference to. What is this? As part of the Kickstarter campaign, certain high-tier backers could get their likeness included in the game. One such generous backer was Eric L.R. Lacopi. Lacopi's best two stats are repair and stealth. Huh. That's cool. I kind of wish I like kickstarted this, but either way, I'm glad that this game was made. I seen it popped up. Damn it. There we go. The part of young Jason was played by Ari. Oh yeah, see, I knew this fact because he's also famous for Dawn of the Dead, like the kid who played Jason in the first movie. Because a lot of people don't know this, but Jason doesn't appear in the first movie. It's actually his mother, Pamela Voorhees, who does all the killing. But it ends with the final scene of Jason popping out of the water. And it says, director Sean Cunningham wanted to cast his son, Noel. However, Noel's mother did not want her son to spend hours in a freezing New Jersey lake during fall. Let's see what the paper says. 7 camp counselors killed by local woman in brutal mass murder. The Crystal Lake Massacre. Second day of Blaze arson suspect. Furry friends with a purple box. Furry friends with a purple box. That's gotta mean something. Oh yeah, I remember now. What you do is you figure out these word guesses and you fill in the box. Like you fill in the word, and then when you do, you'll get the password. For that, I'll cover that in the next video. Because I'm going to do 2 parts recording of this now, and then probably 2 at a future date. Furry friends with purple box. With a purple box. I don't know. Sounds like nonsense to me. Oh yeah, this one has one too, doesn't it, on the back? Let me see. Nope. This one has one. In part 3, Debbie and Andy, played by Tracy Savage and Jeffrey Rogers, a can-doodle in a hammock. After returning from a shower, Debbie lounges with a Fangoria magazine. She slips past an article about Tom Savini, the man behind many of the classic Friday special effects. Unlikely for her, Jason was hiding with a knife beneath the hammock. Oh yeah, and this is the magazine that she reads during the part. Like that's what they're making a reference to, is that in the third movie there's a moment where she opens up a magazine, which is just fanzine, I think is what they're trying to say. Doomed ocean liner. The Titanic? Titanic. Aha! Titanic. Titanic was the word. Actress Kamala Mora auditioned for the role of Samantha. When the filmmakers discovered she had a twin sister, Carrie then offered them both the foxy role of Tina and Terry. This is from the 4th movie, the twins. This was not the first time Kamala and Carrie acted together, they both having already starred in Double Mint gum commercials. Huh. Oh, yeah, and then Cola, Pepsi, Budweiser. But it's supposed to look like it, but if you look close enough, it's not. Let's see here. Yeah, you really can't interact with a lot of stuff until you, unlock the mother code, because you can pick these up. After the success of the first movie, Frank Mascara, the CEO of Paramount Pictures, wanted to make the franchise into a series, with each movie having a different villain. It was Steve Miner, the director of the second and third film, who made Jason into the series villain. Huh. That's actually really cool that they originally was going to do a new serial killer each time. And then because people were so taken by the second and third Jason that Jason became the series. But there was never supposed to be that. The role of Ali, the tough leader of the biker gang, was played by appropriately named actor Nick Savage. It was a rough movie for Ali. His bike is damaged, his girlfriend Chili is impaled, and he gets his arm chopped off before being hatched to death. In an alternate ending, he survived. But that footage, like Ali himself, was cut. Huh. Director Adam Marska wanted to turn the series back to themes of family. The character named Jessica Kimball is the daughter of Deanna Kimball, who's the half-sister of Jason Voorhees. I really do not like Jason Goes to Hell. At all. Oh yeah, there's another diorama around here. Let's see here. See if there's anything else we can find. Ooh, a typewriter. The script for Jason Goes to Hell is expectational, and that not a single teenager was called for the script. Huh. Friday the 13th, more than the movie franchise, there's also a television series, which sucks. It sucks. It has nothing to do with Jason. It's just basically there. Okay, so you don't need to watch. Like, you don't need to even go look it up. It has nothing to do with Jason. It has nothing to do with the series. Comic book miniseries and 4 novels to date. There's a novel? Oh yeah, there is a novel. I remember when I was in high school, I read it in because it was in my library. Huh. I forgot there was a Jason novel. And this one is Inferno Lake, Death Penalty, Straight from Hell, The J. Kona, Killers, The End. That couldn't be the book I'm thinking. 'Cause I think that's Dante's Inferno. But I might be wrong. Let's go explore over here for a little while. Let's see here. The Spring Break 1984 Clothing Pack DLC introduced skimpy swimsuits and a new change for the art team, Ilphonics. An interview, art director Co. Gray stated he wasn't built the system originally for the customization of swimsuits. We've had to overhaul how the characters function fundamentally. It has to do with a much larger scope of work than involving gore systems. So now we have to have a bunch of new clothes that works with the way our characters pop. Our characters are essentially crash test dummies. They have to break apart from a certain location. It was a bit of a challenge. Huh. That's cool. Oh, what's in this door? Oh, are these like the developers? Or are these backers? You know, I know that it ain't, but it looks sort of like Blair White. Just a little bit. Oh, these paintings are beautiful. Let's see what's in here. Oh, cool. Actress Donna Kimmo played the scared but tenacious heroine, Chris. She did her own stunts, including the alternate ending when she gets decapitated. Oh, this is the chick from the third movie. The character of Jenny Myers, known as the girl next door, is voiced by the talented Christine Cleave. Unlike her character, Christina is a bit of a traveler. Born in New York, Cleave spent her formative years in Germany, France, and Italy. Huh. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. Because I promise the next couple of videos will be more interesting. Because I will be going into story. Body of the Friday the 13th missing. Feared stolen from Wessex morgue. Oh, yeah. What does this say? Cured meat and famous counselor. Mackey? Is it Mr. Mackey? Famous counselor. Cured meat. Sausage? I'm not good with these kind of puzzles. The mythos of Jason lies somewhere between the nature and the supernatural. He is a man who can be cut and killed, but is also a boy who survived drowning, and one telling his immortal dark heart switches hosts, and another he is a woundable adversary. Like a good campfire story, the definition or definitive truth is always put out, comes out of reach. Huh, that's all I have to read. Friday the 13th, the game, features a wide range of voice over talent. The counselor Deborah Kim is voiced by veteran Christina V, who has helped voice many popular animated and film projects. Huh. Apple. From a watery start of Toxic Inn, Jason spent Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason takes Manhattan covered in goo. According to Kane Holder, they put slime on him in every shot. He was wet the entire movie. After hooking up with Tina Christine, Clover character Jimmy goes downstairs for a celebratory. This is the fourth movie. A celebratory bottle of wine. Not having the means to open the bottle, he calls out for a corkscrew. Jason obliges by slamming it into his hand, hacking him in the face with a meat cleaver. You should be careful what you wish for in a Fridays film. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Let's look around here. I mean, this is so cool. I probably could cover 2 or 3 videos just covering the lore, but I'm doing one of just what I can find on my own. Oh shit, that scared me. I wasn't expecting it to open. From the automobiles of the film, from the CJ7s in the original movie to Megan's hot rod in part 6. Yeah, 6. There have been many memorable automobiles in the film. In part 5, Ethel's wild son Jr. crazily rides a motorcycle before being decapitated with a meat cleaver. Without much of a budget, the director had the actor playing Junior Ron Sloan do the stunt himself. It required Sloan to ride a motorcycle recklessly through a forest with a 50,000 camera mounted in the handlebars. That's crazy.
What was the creepiest part about working on the game?
Oh, for sure, the phone calls.
Okay, sorry. That was great. Can you start over, but this time incorporate the question into your answer?
My bad, yeah. So the creepiest part about working on this game was I get these weird phone calls to my personal phone. We worked on the game for almost, I think it was about 3 years. And every single Friday the 13th, we would get these calls from someone. At first, I thought it was someone at the studio, Paul or Dan or something.
No, it was
had to be
fans.
like
They were trolling you.
or something. They would use this voice distortion and claim to be Pamela warning us to honor the memory of her son.
Yep.
Sometimes they would just laugh into the phone and hang up, but most of the times they would just, complain about the game taking so long.
That doesn't sound that creepy.
It wasn't until one time I called the number back and heard this.
I'm scared. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to lead to a jump scare or something. I'm just trying to explore the cabin and learn. Don't punish me for learning. What's in here? Oh, yeah. And then we have her going to take a bath. Oh, yeah, and you could grab this stuff. Oh, no, you can't grab it right now. It's, after you do the mother thing. What? Shaving cream has a thingy? Nudity is one of the hallmarks of a Friday film. It's mostly female nudity. In the 9th installment, The Final Friday, Adam Marcus subvertly the expectations by including male nudity in a roughly equal measure, including a scene which has been described by many as the homoerotic shaving scene. I've never seen The Final Friday, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I think that's the only movie I haven't seen. Ooh, what are you? I didn't see you. A depiction of the final scene set at the Voorhees house. That's the Jason Goes to Hell. Wow, look at that moose, though. It's kind of detailed. This music is creeping me out, though. Some people will be like, get over it. I mean, it's not freaking me out to the point I'm going to stop looking around, but it does freak me out. Since the inception of the project, the developers knew that the Friday the 13th experience had to be multiplayer to capture the magic of the movies. The multiplayer experience is what got us licensed, said co-creator Ronnie Hubbs. Sean S. Cunningham saw our game, saw that it was multiplayer, and it could essentially play out like a film. They had been wanting to make a Friday the 13th game for a long time too, but they were ever pitched was a single player game. I mean, that is probably the best part. Bugsy Wilson and Chad Kenningston. Since the inception, this is the same one. First, we'll look at the coffee mug. The release of Friday the 13th, the game, was stated for early 2017, a time frame that managed both to be wide for some fans vague. The ambition caused quite a bit of energy to be directed at Gun Media, and particularly at the community manager, Ben Strauss. It's actually become a meme within our community, said Strauss. Someone sent me a mug that said early 2017 on it and Friday the 13th font. But there's no Friday the 13th font. According to director Joseph Zito, the entire cast and crew believed Part 6 to be the final Friday the 13th film. Not only was the title the final chapter, the script called for Jason's head to be split open in the final kill. No, that's fourth, I think, yeah. Even Harry Manfredi's music cue for the final scene was named La Muerte de Jason. Huh. That's cool. A screenplay for the original Friday the 13th was initially titled A Long Night at Camp Blood. Director Sean S. Cunningham, however, had always wanted the name of the movie to be Friday the 13th. Even before he had finished the script, Cunningham took an advertisement out in the trade publication to stake his claim to the popular idiom. The new title was successful, although you could still see reference to Camp Blood sprinkled throughout the series. Yeah, like how the old dude in some of the movies will say, "You're not going there, right? It's Camp Blood. You're gonna die, children." I think that's all we have up here. Yeah, this is pretty much all I'm going to do, is just tackle one piece at a time. Oh, shit in a handbasket. Well, we opened up Pandora's door. Oh my god, it's all weapons. It's all nothing but weapons. And I don't know where to start. Oh my gosh, it's Tommy's desk. And Jason is dead. 2-for-1 burgers. That's actually from Jason Goes to Hell. I still hate that movie. But dude, these masks are so cool. Because that's Tommy. And if you look right there on the right there. Oh yeah, that's the demon one. And over there is his puppet that he made in the movie. It was connected to a long stick. And there's the mask he scared. I can't remember the kid's name, but it was the little black kid from the second movie. He also had a werewolf mask. He had the devil. He had a werewolf one. No. That's from the fourth movie. That's from the fourth. The werewolf was from the fifth. Like the demon monster thing. Okay. Let's start off here. Throughout the series, Harry Manfredi, iconic Ki Ma Ma Ma, has been used to underscore Jason's presence. In Part 5, the Sonic Mercure is subverted. Tommy Jarvis drives mad by hallucinations of Jason, rises from the hospital bed at the VO, whispers ki ta ta ta, and he opens the drawer to see the hockey mask waiting for him. Ki is for kill and ta for Tommy. Ki ta ta ta. Yeah, that makes sense. The novel Friday the 13th, Hate, Kill, Repeat, set the stage of the FBI sitting the occurrence at the beginning of Part 9. In the epilogue of the novel, the FBI has discovered that Jason does in fact exist and goes about setting a trap to send him straight to hell. That's a cool ass looking trap though. And the scary part of it, it looks like it would work. And there's a bear trap. Here's a knife. Throughout the career, Tom Savini has been called many things, perhaps most adorably, the Sultan of Splatter. Dev Ronnie Hubbs gave the rationale for the adulteration of his way. People always say there's a million ways you can slice the throat, but only one right way, in the Savani way. That's funny. Okay, pipe. Tom Savini, whose guidance helped shape the kills in two Friday the 13th movies, as well as Friday the 13th the game, always anchored his special effects in the real world. It can't be preposterous, and Savini is in an interview because you won't believe it. And while the realness of a practical effect comes at a cost to time, resource, and ingenuity, but Savani, it was always worth it. Did I scare you? That's what I do. I agree. Kane Holder did the motion capture for Jason Kills. He is known for his intensity and dedication to his craft. For some of the weapon kills, the mocap team created a dummy for Holder to physically hit with rubber bats. According to developers, Ronnie Hudd had a problem quickly arose. That dummies didn't last a week. Every morning the prop people would be duct taping it back together because Kane would just beat the shit out of it. In the climatic fight of part 6, Jason pulls Tommy down to the bottom of Crystal Lake. Underwater, there is a metal sign for Camp Crystal Lake, with the words "Blood" sprayed painted over Crystal Lake. It's an homage to the title of the original Friday the 13th screenplay, A Long Night at Camp Blood. Ooh, a spear. Many kills in the game take their inspiration and origins from the movie. The kill where Jason spears a counselor in the face, for example, is a reference to the VW bug scene with Nancy in Part 6. After menacing the crew of the Greedo, Jason is shot to death by the android KM-14. With a half a body and half a head, Jason falls into the nano med bay that super heals for killers. With future technology, Jason is reborn as Uber Jason. Same bloodthirst, but deadlier, near indestructible, and with limited movement for actor Kane Holder. The full body suit looked sharp but had a limited range of motion on account of the metallic pieces. Pocket knife. The MPAA rating board, that's basically Motion Pictures Association of America, and the Friday the 13th franchise had a cat and a mouse relationship. Director John Carl Buchan had publicly vented his frustration with the amount of footage that had to be cut to attain an R rating. For Butcher, the gore had a purpose, comparing the removal of it to be like telling a joke without a punchline. Okay. Like the movies that preceded it, Friday the 13th the game had its own problems with censorship. Germany's rating board, the USK, found the game so violent that they rejected the game at launch. Gun Media found the players' feedback from the beta build to invaluable toward balancing the game. According to Dev, one item that required adjustments was a firecracker. If you played the beta, you would know the firecracker used to be at least useful, or used to be the least useful item in the game. They were designed to be deterrent to fool Jason. You could throw something down if he was using sense. He would see using pings, and you could run the other way. Firecrackers can stun him now. I think we have one more room. Ah, man, and we can't go through all of these. We're going to go after the wrench, and then we're going to go after the machete. Because those are the two interesting ones. Jason turned away implements into tools for murder. However, some of the most censored kills have been from unarmed kills, or combat. In Part 6, Sheriff Garris is bent backwards and broken in half. It was a bloodless kill, but nevertheless was one of that the rating board had the most trouble with, finding it too intense. Oh, we'll look at the bottom one. In Part 11, Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell. It is Jason's right eye that shows machete damage as opposed to the left eye that is damaged at the end of Part 6. Ilphonics and Gun Media correction this for Part 9, Jason, in the game. The developers took a poll to see if the mistake should be re-code or let it be. The verdict was that it should be fixed. Many, at gun included, Ronnie Hobbs, were still conflicted. There are still people that wanted it to be fixed, but if we didn't, we could live with ourselves. Huh. We're gonna go do one more room. Because I actually read this one. And is there anything else? Yeah, there's only two things in here. And then the next video we'll probably conquer the first little bit of this game. Where is it? Oh, it's not here. Where am I looking for it? Um It's probably in the other room. And I just walked past it. Um do 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 So I remember seeing this one. Jeans. Do, 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 do. Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Part 7 is perhaps the most censored Friday the 13th movie of all time. One particular kill that the MPAA sent back for several revisions was its infamous sleeping bag kill. In the movie, Jason, played by Kane Holder, had to pick up a sleeping bag stuffed with a heavy dummy and 20 additional gallons of blood and slam it against a tree. Holder struggled to make the stunt believable and was relieved when the rating board limited the scene to one good tree smack. Oh, and that's probably one of the most infamous scenes. Okay, okay. Oh, we're gonna end here because I just heard my timer go off, and there's so much more to explore. I mean, I had a fun with this, like seeing Tommy's desk. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. There's the mask that he scares the little kid. Well, not little kid. He was like 10 in part 5. I mean, there's so much more to explore. Probably in the next video, I'm not gonna do part 2 of just exploring and doing all the facts and letting you guys read all of the facts for those who don't have Friday the 13th the game. In the next one, we will be probably conquering the secret, like one secret after another, so that we can see what the big deal is. Because Gray said it was really cool and it was worth doing. So, I mean, I'll give it a try. Cause he already told me to look up a walkthrough. So, in the next video, we will be doing some of the secrets. I would like to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.